I watched this movie, Miracle Worker, and it's a story about Helen Keller and when she was little and how she struggled to, to communicate with the people in her house and in her world. And they finally found this teacher that came to teach her how to communicate. Now, that was quite a process because first they had to get Helen Keller to become still and listen and be willing to listen and learn from her teacher before she could actually learn. And then her teacher taught her all these words in sign language on her hand. And eventually Helen Keller knew all these different words, but she didn't understand what these words mean. She could spell words, but she couldn't put them with what they mean. And it was so incredible because this whole movie, the frustration and the patience of this teacher was incredible. And then finally the penny dropped and Helen Keller understood, oh, this is water, and she could connect the dots. Now, everything in this world is about communication. How do you understand and perceive things? How do you interpret what is being communicated to you? I'm just laughing because, I have 3 teenage daughters, 17, and they are sending me lots of messages. And most of the conversation is now, okay, what does this mean? And what does this mean? And like this boy, he's really glow up. I was like, what is glow up? What does that mean? This boy is so daddy. It is just fascinating the way that the teenagers now communicate, and we need a new dictionary to understand what they're saying to us. But there's one thing that we all have in common and that we all speak. We speak it fluently, and that is the language of energy. Now, energy, everyone understands or speaks the language of energy, but we interpret it so uniquely based on what we believe and how we think and feel about ourselves and life. And it's a unique language to interpret and understand. Although we all speak it, we just really don't understand it and interpret it correctly. And this is a great passion for me to become more conscious of the language of energy, how to interpret it, and to truly understand what is really being communicated to me. Now, the most important thing about understanding what is being communicated to you is to listen, to become still and really, really take the time to listen. And even though I don't always understand what my kids are saying to me, I am in tune to what they're feeling and their energy. And that is very, very important. So in this world where we speak many languages, and including the language of energy, learn to listen and to tune into people. You might not understand what they're saying, but there is definitely going to be an understanding of what they're feeling. Honor that. Communicate with that. Okay? So, yes, energy. Beautiful language. And this movie, watch it, Miracle Worker. If you can see that only when Helen Keller became quiet and still, okay, could she understood what is being taught to her? Could she allow someone to teach her? So I think we are so busy fighting and pushing and resisting that we can't learn. So the first thing that needs to happen is for us to release resistance, to stop, to become quiet and listen what is being communicated to us. And then once we have that understanding, we could learn this language of energy and connect with each other better, because it's all about connection. But if you do not have the willingness to listen and to stop, then you will never be able to be understood by others or understand them. Okay? So yes, communication. The most powerful thing about communication is how to listen. That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth.